what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy it. Let's get to this. Brian Kelly's answer is talking about the Bash Bros, Will Campbell, and Emery Jones.
Yeah, so I think this is the year that we really put a lot more emphasis on them to be involved in our offensive structure in terms of schemes. No longer is this about just, we got two really good young tackles. We want to be able to take advantage of, their actual ability in the schemes. And you probably saw us moving them a lot more, pulling them, getting them involved in our offensive structure a lot more. And so I think in year three, knowing that we have, two outstanding tackles, let's get them involved in our run scheme. And so there's been a lot more pin and pull, a lot more outside zone, and that's to feature both of those guys.
I got goosebumps, Jake. You know what that sounds like?
Something more than inside zone?
Yes, gap scheme is back, dude. Counter, power.
Yes.
Dare I say, horn boss?
Yes.
I love that
dive?
idea, though.
Too soon?
We don't think about that. No. Power toss? I don't know if power toss is ever coming back. Shout out power toss. Hell, I don't know, man.
Maybe a little wrinkle.
Maybe you do it with like a tight end instead of a traditional fullback or something coming across.
Hey, I do love, seriously, though, it sounds like, sure, outside zone.
Yeah, why not? Like, you have
Missouri,
great tackles.
Yeah.
Use them.
And Missouri ran it to perfection last year because they had two NFL tackles.
Yeah.
And so, like, Cody Schrader was a perfect back four, to run it because of his patience. And as soon as he found the gap there in the outside zone, he put his foot in the ground, go north-south, and he was one of the best running backs in the country. Yeah, do some more of that.
You know what's interesting, Jake, and it sounds really dumb, but I've never really thought about, we have these badass upper, I guess I've never thought about adjusting the playbook to feature your offensive linemen. It sounds dumb. I've just always thought of the playbook as the playbook, and if we had a good O-line, we'll just run the playbook more.
Right.
If we don't, maybe we have to pass it more, vice versa. But this makes all the sense in the world. You have star players at tackle. Customize your attack around featuring those star players and letting them be stars.
Do things that you can't do with other people.
Yes, exactly. That's badass. I love hearing that.
Yeah.
Next up, let's skip ahead to since we're talking offensive line, Brian Kelly was asked about the depth of that O-line room.
Yeah, we just felt like, we got to get these guys into the action. I mean, one injury or, one ankle that these guys need to play, and they've been around, and we think they're talented players. We just got to get more reps. We know what we've got with those two that we talked about in Emery and Will. I don't know that we need to run them every rep in the spring. I think Brad's done a really good job of getting those guys many, many more reps, and I think it's a good thing for us to build that kind of key backup, if you will, where there's a couple of positions I think we need key backups, and the other one that we're working on is the key backup at quarterback.
Yeah, and so I'm contextually, the question there was about I see you kind of giving reps to the young guys, letting Emery and Will chill a bit. Yeah, it's spring. I agree. That's good. That is good.
Swipe your vet card.
Yes, that is good coaching right there, though. Like he said, to build depth. Emery and Will don't need the reps right now in spring as much as those young guys do. Jake, I see you on PFF. Offensive run concept frequency. What are we looking at here?
It's even more than I thought. Inside zone was 45% of your runs.
Jeez.
45%. You only ran outside zone 23 times the entire year for 6%.
Damn.
You only ran counter, which was maybe even more than I thought, 11% of the time, 41 of your 360 rush attempts. You know how many powers you ran, T-Bob?
13.
5.
Oh, my God, dude.
LSU football, look, and again, they're the best offense in the country, but
I'm sorry, Coach Miles.
5,
wherever you're at, dude.
5 times.
This is not what
We ran power 5 times
built.
on 4th down against Florida in 07.
I'm about to say we ran power 5 times a drive. I feel like was the average back in
So
the day.
this gives you the ability to open it up, right?
Well, what do we talk about, Jake, when working in Nussmeier, right? You're going to lose the Jaden rushing ability, so
Yeah.
you have to make up for the run game, and you've been consistently harping on it for the entire offseason. That comes in the form of a more creative rushing attack.
It does.
And that's exactly what they're giving voice to. Let's stick with the O-line here, and this is a Brian Kelly was asked about the importance of Coach Brad Davis.
In the room, how valuable is it to have that guy? Obviously, he's got an experienced room that he can work with, but as a guy on the staff that can kind of get everybody going, not just his room.
Yeah, so when I was hired, and I think, people could say, well, you should have kept this guy or should have kept that guy. He was the one that really, in my estimation, was somebody that I wanted to retain based upon, not that he was funny, but it's awesome that he's got a great sense of humor, and he's able to relate. But I love the way he was able to communicate and be demanding, but at the same time build relationships with all the players. And at that time, he was the acting head coach, and both sides of the ball really enjoyed being with him. So it doesn't surprise me, and he's doing a fabulous job.
So Brian Kelly going out of his way to tell you that, no, he does think that he's very funny, Brad Davis. But, look, I think Brad Davis has been the star of this staff in the Brian Kelly era. It seems like we talk well about the offensive line every single day on the show. The recruiting for the future is better than I have ever seen it. And it's crazy that you could lose a talent like Lance Hurd and you still feel solid about where you're at because of what you've built in that room. I mean, DJ Chester looks like he's going to slot right in there at center and fit in. I was talking to somebody the other day. He's very smart, apparently. He's massive.
You got to be. I mean, you have to be outside of T-Bob to play that position.
Yeah. Well, outside, are you turning smart or massive?
Smart.
Okay, well, thank you, because well, no, I didn't have a very good GPA, actually, by the end, did I? I use big words, okay?
You do use big words.
Thank you, okay? I'm very loquacious. You can trick people into thinking you're smart. Yeah. It's the easiest and best way to do it.
Let me ask you a serious question about the position. He is a large human.
Yeah.
Typically, you don't see large humans as that position.
I feel like you see it more and more nowadays, though.
Do you? Okay.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Ethan Posick played all 5 positions here, but I never thought he'd be an NFL center this whole time.
That's because of how tall he is.
He's 6'7" or 6'5" or something. And then the other day when I was commentating Blitz Champs for Chess.com, dream come true, the Maryland chess tournament.
Speaking of dreams come true.
Yeah, exactly. I was talking to Spencer Anderson, who's an O-lineman for the Steelers now. He played in Maryland, big chess guy or whatever. Yeah. But he was another cat, 6'5". They ended up sticking him at center just because he knew what to do and how to make all the calls.
I'm used to centers being like 6'1", 6'2", 290, 295.
And that may still. I mean, look at J.C. Kelsey. That is the premier. That is the prototype. The leverage that he plays with, the strength. He's compact. Yeah, that's still probably the ideal.
So no worry for you, though.
But being tall is not the deal breaker that I kind of thought it once was, where it's like, you got to deal with these 6 foot 320 nose guards that are just little balls of muscle, and how do you get underneath them? It seems like it's more and more common nowadays. So no, I think DJ's size is fine in that regard.
You don't want a little nose tackle like Big Fave, who's 5'9", 330, to have leverage on you. You just got to watch out.
5'9", 330 that's mean. Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.